Hello everyone, welcome to my first episode on how I play my competitive list. So I want to present you today my combined forces of Airborne and Commandos. I never played yet this list, but it is for the next tournament that I'm facing. I will let you know how does it go. First of all, let's say the basics of this list. We got 14 dice, order dice, and then we got two platoons. One which is an armored platoon, and one which is a classic infantry platoon, which is more than enough to give us very kind of flexible list, but also with retaining a little bit of a punch. This is a list of 1,251 points on the nose. Hope everybody can forgive that extra point. Worst case scenario, you can always take out an SMGs eventually. But I think it's not too much of a problem, just 1 point over the limits. But let's get into it and see what this list can offer, for sure. So let's start backwards. I want to start with the Armored platoon, which is like absolutely great in my opinion. And what I really like about this platoon is then is extremely mobile, but also have some nasty firepower. But let's start first of all with our command-in-chief, which is this beautiful Humber car with our commander on top. And this Humber car is equipped with an light anti-tank gun, which is quite good because, honestly, during tournaments, you don't find so many medium or heavy tank, but more like a light tank. And so this is perfect for being a threat to them. And then with valid companions, we're gonna have two extra Humber car with the autocannon, light autocannon, which is great to kill infantry, especially veterans. And let's say it's useful to pin some other vehicle, or if you really have a lucky shot, because usually you maybe do superficial damage on a 6+, which is rare anyway. But this is great to flank and hit the enemy with some stronger shots, especially good with veterans. And so this it's like a very mobile. Everybody is recce, so they can move away from enemy threat. They can move a lot. On the road are fantastic. But let's see the punch. The punch is our VC Firefly. This is a great tank. It's quite expensive, even if it's less expensive than second edition. It's a medium tank that has a super heavy anti-tank gun, which is absolutely fantastic. So why I choose to have this tank? But first of all, because if you face a tiger for some reason, if you find one of those cheeky guys with a tiger, you don't have any answer. And this is the answer. So you pawn a threat to some really strong vehicles. And anybody else, really. Because there's nothing worse than hit with your, let's say, medium anti-tank gun and something like this, and then roll a shit dice on if you can do a superficial or a heavy hit. And this one definitely helps you out a lot with his 6+, absolutely fantastic. So here you go. To save the 5 points, I let him be easily catch fires, which we use that 5 points elsewhere. But fantastic. If you are being brave with this tank, can sure pay off. And make the enemy think twice to where to go. Okay, let's pass through then our second platoon of infantry. And we're gonna start with our commander. So our commander, I have to be honest, I am a fan of inexperienced commander with pistol. They do what they have to do, which is like usually snap to action, and they cost nothing, like 20 points. This dude 20 points and can move a lot with these hoarder dice. So great HUD. I know that needs dress up as an airborne, which is veteran, but I want to maintain the flavor of the list even with an inexperienced commander. So there you go. We got our inexperienced commander, but because of the mustache, he have definitely authority on his men, that's for sure. And then we do have anti-tank capability, but for that deep strike, let's say, which could be, or if one of our anti-tank fails, I decide to be in with our Piat team. And nothing better to deliver our Piat team with a fast-moving cheap jeep, which you can, like, you put this one on the road in your first round, and then you drop wherever you want when you want it. Absolutely fantastic. And we have here our Piat team. I play this Piat team regular and guard. Why guard? Guard is good because usually what's happened is so technically, let's say then we mount this jeep with the Piat team and our commander. So first turn you move your jeep where you have to be, and then second round immediately when you can you activate your commander. You have an extra 2 dice, so you move the jeep where you have to go, and then disembark with your Piat and drop some nasty missiles in the back of a tank or where he has to go. And that's like a great threat. What's happened usually is like then those guys then they get annihilated immediately because like they are a threat. Even if they miss or if they hit, they can still do some nasty damage. So in the case they survive, usually they are very pinned and you have only one shot, so it's not really good. So being guard, when they unpin themselves to take off 2 pins, allow them to get that great aim on the shot. So like that's has been my choice in that sense. Then I got a sniper, which I know a lot of people don't find the sniper worth the points, and I believe in that. But there's sometimes in the tournament where it's extremely important to have infiltration units to area denial, and also to hit those annoying spotter for mortars or artillery observer, which sometimes they are really hard to hit, and you don't want to spend your biggest fire output on try to take down those little threats. So like a sniper in that sense, it's great because then I cover it with that extra +1 to wound, so not too bad to have on a tournament scenario, even if it is. I play this regular. I think like veteran is a bit too much points, regular still okay. And then we have our light mortar, which honestly, even this one, sometimes those 20 points are not because I played inexperienced, the only way to play this one, of course. Even if it's dressed like a Commandos. But I would say like then this light mortar, it's a great hoarder dice, an extra hoarder dice. If not, this list will be a little bit short with the 14 hoarder dice. In this way, we still have like quite a bit pool of order dice, so keeps the momentum up of our army. And sometimes you get that lucky 6, even if the damage is not too bad, but very useful, maybe in the second part of the match, is if survive, to run to take some objective, if that is the mission that you are playing. Okay, now the three main units, the important one. I'm gonna roll this camera. Let's see if I can put a proper. There we go. So this is a very particular unit. I don't think any army can actually put a unit like this. So this is actually an artillery observer with pistol, and this is his entourage of SAS Commandos. They got everything, and they are the most brutal and expensive infantry you can ever have. They armed with 6 SMGs, and they have the rule tough fighters. Let's put back, let's see if I can get a nice shot. They have tough fighters, who dare wins, which make them fanatics, and they can also come through reserves without that annoying debuff of +1. Okay, what is really special about this unit? This unit has the Infiltrator ability, which is absolutely fantastic. First, because like you drop an artillery barrage, which the British can roll 2 dice, and you pick the highest one. But what is more important, that with infiltration rules, you got +1 to the cover save, which is great. Fantastic. So like you got a veteran units, then you can wound on a 5, and then if you are in a cover save, let's say 4+, then it become 3+. So really hard to shift in the middle depth of the battlefield with 6 SMGs. So really hard to deal with area denial at the start of the match, artillery barrage, 12 shots of SMGs, can enter in combat, close combat, even if it's hard in this edition, and maintain a serious threat. Absolutely fantastic. We are talking about a very expensive unit, like it's 230 points. So when it's gone, a chunk of your army is gone with them, but we hope we can take off a lot of enemy with us for sure. And then we got, let's move this camera. We got a classic. Let's see if we, yes, let's get back to, sorry guys, try to focus with this camera, is not so easy. Okay, let's get like this. And then we got our big classic. So we're gonna have a Brand Carrier, Universal Carrier, classic. So you got that 7+, that help maintain a little bit of resistance if the enemy are try to stopping you, and it's good also because you can pass through fences without too much problem, because he has his trucks. And we're gonna have some Red Devils, stubborn veteran, ready to shoot and unleash their SMGs, which are great. 10 shot of SMGs with veteran, ready to move on objective and unleash some firepower. Really beautiful. Love the mustache and the faces of those models, and the pattern of the camo. I done those one all painted with contrast paint, and seems impossible to have a result like this with the contrast paint. But guys, like really, like it took me nothing to paint those guys, and the result it's pretty nice, if I have to be honest. Those mustache, I love those mustache. But again, like a very, very good units, 5 veterans, a lot of shots. They can do some claiming of your objective. And then just to increase our strength, I did want to have another strong unit, hard to shift, and nothing better than hard to shift than 10 veteran squad. This is a pretty strong force. I run this list with less dice, and this one become another SAS unit. But the problem is, like in tournament, if you start to have less than 13 dice, you probably feel behind a little bit. So it's better to have like an extra dice. Those ones are still fantastic, veteran and stubborn. And of course, they are armed with 5 SMGs. Oh, so much cut hair. 5 SMGs, so we still have those 10 shots that can hit on 2 if you are close enough, and then we got 3 rifle guys. This one a little bit wounded, so better time, but he's still fighting because he's stubborn. Let's have a look also to these guys. I love the red beret. Absolutely fantastic. That Commandos look, I love it. And they also have an LMG inside. LMG with the loader. I could have saved those 15 points for the LMG, but it's not bad to have that 36 capability, because sometimes you arrive, you finish up someone, and then you find yourself sometimes far away from anybody else. So at least we can retain some firepower at 36. And everybody is inside a Bradford, which is... it is a Bradford, but I didn't pay the points for the Bradford. This is just a simple truck, then can hold 10 men, but we proxy it with the Bradford because it's an absolutely fantastic model. I love it. Even my cat has something to say. I don't know if you hear the meow. But great model, absolutely. This one fantastic. You put them on a road, you move 48 and then drop them where they want to be dropped. There you go, guys. You got my green snake in the grass. A beautiful force. I'm looking forward a lot to use this one the next tournament. It's in about a month time, so let's say 3 weeks. And yes, who knows who I'm gonna face? Probably a lot of Germans, as always in the tournaments. But there's so many books now, then it's gonna be interesting to see. I honestly hope my Firefly can do his job. I never use that tank on a tournament. Usually I never use tank. I really concentrate. My list usually are mobility and infantry firepower. So I did kind of the same in this list, but I had more of the medium tank. I really want to see how it goes. Guys, let me know in the comments what do you think about the list. And if you want to know the color I use for something, so for some of my models, I'm more than happy to let you know. This entire army has been painted. Let's see if I can take off this and do another shot. This army has been painted entirely with contrast paint. So fantastic result. It looks like acrylic, and I'm very happy with this result. Beautiful army, some really fantastic veterans, and look at those armored platoon. Fantastic. That's the list, guys. Wish me good luck, and we are gonna push hard in the deep battlefield of the enemy. Thank you so much for watching today, guys. Hope to see you next time. Have a good day.